anybody wants to tell you or however good your cardio is, you get tired, you know. No matter how good a shape you're in, it really doesn't matter. You will get tired, and you are going to be tired. So part of being successful in longer matches is knowing how to function when you're tired, is making correct choices and doing the correct things that not only conserve energy, but keep your technique and keep yourself tight when you are exhausted, you know, because you are going to get tired. The fact is that you don't want to get to a point where you're so tired that you start to, you know, really exhaust yourself, because once you get tired and you start opening up and you start exploding and doing explosive movements, you're going to get exhausted, and that's when an opponent can really seek out those mistakes and make you pay for it. So everybody has a different pace, everybody has a different idea behind it, but even if you see cyclists in the Tour de France that have the highest VO2 max of any human being on the planet, these people are pacing themselves through these, you know, 19 and 20 days of racing. They're pacing themselves. They're not, you know, blowing it out the whole time. They have people on walkie-talkies who tell them, you know, now's the time to go, now's the time to pull back, get to the line, get out, guys get in front of them, things like this. So they have a whole team of people who can help them pace to peak, to that they're crossing the line at their best, at their fastest, you know. So it's the same thing for a match. It's a little bit of a race, you know what I mean? You don't want to blow it out too fast. If we come off the blocks way too hot, way too hard, we're, you know, trying to block everybody from passing us, we're throwing elbows around the bend and things like this, we're going to get really tired really fast. So everybody has different, you know, cardio, everybody has different, you know, ability to output energy. Some people have quite poor cardio and have great pacing, and they're able to exhaust people and make them tired, you know. A number of times you hear some of the top athletes say, you know, it's not really about how good a shape you're in, it's about how tired you can make somebody else, and that part is very true. Although I do believe you need to be in quite good shape, because you're gonna get tired eventually, you know. You might jump on somebody's back and really be hunting for that sub with 3 minutes left, the guy escapes, and, you know, now it's game on. So now you have to make those the conscious effort to be technically sound and disciplined while you are tired, while you just want to kind of just push somebody off you and kind of be like, you know, fuck this, man, I'm gassed. So yeah, I believe it's a combination of both being able to be, you know, in good physical conditioning, obviously, as a professional athlete, having the wherewithal, the mental strength, the fortitude to exist and be successful with your techniques when you are tired, to be disciplined technically, and then also to understand what can make your opponent more tired than you are and take advantage of them. I think everybody who's competed at this level has gassed, you know what I mean? Has gassed out, has died out against somebody, or in a tournament or anything like that. And tournaments are the same way as pacing. Even when you have more matches, just shorter matches, you need to really be conscious of it. You know, you need to really be conscious of it. If you're passing somebody's guard and they're pushing, you know, hard as fuck to keep you off, maybe it's not the time to push back against them. Maybe it's the time to let them kind of burn themselves out a little bit. Or if you know that you have more than this guy, if you can feel it, if you can pick up on the cues in his body language and, you know, the little things that he does that you made mental notes of, that's what my opponent does when he gets tired, then you can start to expose him a little bit. So for a match or for tournaments, pacing is involved. In tournaments, it's much more, because each opponent is different. Each opponent's going to have a different route there, you know. If you and I are grappling, you might have 3 matches, I might have 3 matches. You have 20 minutes of mat time, I got 5. So, you know, that makes a huge difference, and we need to be cognizant of this. start working out, the sooner you start getting educated in strength training and proper strength and conditioning, the better it's going to be for your career, you know. So it's a very physical sport. There's a load on you constantly that you have to deal with, you know, so it is extremely important. And at the same time too, when we talk about these things, if your muscles are getting tired and you're not used to, you know, pushing while your legs are burning, you know, pushing through a set on the squat, set on the leg press, set on a sled push or drag, then when that happens in the match, what's going to happen is the cardio is going to get stressed. And when the cardio gets stressed, it doesn't matter how good your cardio is, you're going to get tired, you know, and you're against somebody who is not as tired as you, and you're going to lose against that person. Even if you're better than that person, when you get tired, you're going to make mistakes. When your legs die out, when the chest and the shoulders, we've all had that burning feeling in our shoulders, having to raise our arms up 100 times and having to bring our knees into our chest 100 times, that our abs are just killing us and we just can't do it anymore, and we fall apart. So strength and conditioning stops with that. Strength and conditioning helps your muscles last longer.
Grappling Industries has done an incredible job of creating the best tournament experience possible for jiu-jitsu athletes. They are affordable and they offer a round-robin format that guarantees plenty of matches for the price of admission. They offer gi and no-gi divisions open to all ages and experience levels, and they have a very modern rule set with no advantages that encourages submissions. In the last few years, Grappling Industries has grown tremendously. In fact, if they were a stock, you'd probably be investing in them. Every month they have several events across the United States, Canada, and Australia, and they return to the same cities on a regular basis. They have roots in each country they operate in, so it's produced by homegrown members of the jiu-jitsu community. Be sure to check their calendar regularly because these guys hold so many events around the world, it's crazy. Head over to grapplingindustries.com and bookmark the events page to stay up to date with when they'll be near you next. That's grapplingindustries.com.